Good day, everyone. Today we are featuring High Best Advertising Corporation, a family led business that has been operating since 2002. High Best Advertising specializes in producing a wide range of advertising products or in promotional materials such as tarpaulins, fabricated signages, umbrellas, calendars, and even other customized marketing products. As for the family corporation, they have different generations that take part in their family business. One of the owners, which we will be interviewing today, which is Miss Janhella de la Paz, the granddaughter of the founder. She works closely with her father and is currently the one in charge of the signage production division of their company. So today we will be exploring her insights on the company's potential in internationalization. So let's begin. Let's get to know Miss Janhella de la Paz. So, if you can you please state your full name and your role in High Best Advertising?
Hi, Cody. My name is Janhella Raven de la Paz. You can call me Raven. I am 22 years old, and my role in our company is Client Services Supervisor.
I see, that's wonderful. So, thank you, Raven. My first question for you is, when did you first learn, or when was the first time you got exposed to your family business?
I was exposed to our family business at a very young age because this is where our group grew up, and our house was actually the same building where the company operated. It's a seven-floor building, and each floor serves a different purpose. Since we are three families, the three floors is served for the family, another for production, the office, and so on. The floor right below mine was the production area where I grew up seeing staff printing umbrellas, shirts, keychains, and other marketing materials. Being surrounded by this environment made the business a natural part of my everyday life.
I see. So, even growing up, you've been already surrounded by all of these things. So, it's a natural na to you, basically. So, my next question is, how how did you start getting involved with the companies, or like handling their clients, the services, and even their customer concerns?
So I first got involved in 2018. I love visiting clothing shops in my area, and one day I noticed that the store I visited didn't have any signage. I happened to meet the owner and we talked for a bit, and she mentioned she was looking for someone who could make one for her. So when I went home that day, I told my dad about it, and he encouraged me to handle the project myself so I could gain real life experience. So that was my first ever signage project, and from there, I slowly became more involved in assisting clients and handling their concerns.
I see. So, it was fairly recent, or it was actually a good experience for you to have since it was doing something you love. So, my next question for you would be, how is it so far? Or how is it being part of your family business?
So far, it's been going really well, and for me, I'm enjoying this experience. And our family business has stayed strong since 2020. 2022 was actually one of our peak years because we became partners with Shell Philippines. That partnership was a big milestone for us.
I see. So, you guys are like big time, right? So, you guys handle Shell Corporation. And I think that would be enough for this introduction. And let's move on to the next part. So, thank you for your wonderful introduction, Miss Janela. And now that we know more of Janela de la Paz, let's move on to the questions regarding or about their family business.
Now, thank you for that wonderful questions, Cody Aquino, and thank you for that wonderful introduction about Janela de La Paz. Now, let's take a closer look at the business, at the family business. Now, the first question is, what can be the core motivation for your family business to internationalize?
Our main motivation to internationalize is the growing demand for advertising materials everywhere. Since more people are starting to love business, there will always be a need for tarpaulins, signages, booths, and other promotional items. We also want to expand our market and not depend only on local clients. Going international can give our family business more opportunities and stability. And of course, it would be nice to showcase what we can do as a big company to a bigger market.
So I see that you're seeing a big market opportunity out there about signages. Now, moving on to the next question, what possible internalization strategies can you consider to internationalize and why?
One strategy is exporting our advertising umbrellas, which are easy to ship and in demand, especially in abroad. We can also form joint ventures with local partners to introduce our umbrellas and signages more effectively. In the long term, if demand grows, we could consider FDI by setting up a small office or production abroad. We'd start with exporting, then move to partnerships, and eventually invest if international demand stabilizes.
So I see that you're looking forward to your umbrellas with signages to internationalize, I see. So now the next question is, what financial resources and capabilities are needed to support your potential internalization efforts?
To support our internalizational efforts, we need financial resources for production, shipping, manpower, marketing, and potential local operators. Equally important is having a strong network of reliable partners, distributors, and local contacts to help navigate foreign markets and ensure smooth business operations. A strategic way to start would be targeting China or Taiwan, since we are fluent in Mandarin and Hokkien. This language advantage allows us to build fast and effective connections, negotiate with suppliers and clients more easily, and better understand local market preferences. By leveraging both our financial resources and personal networks, we can enter these markets efficiently and gradually expand to other regions.
So you're looking forward to expand at China. And as we all know, we need money to expand our business, especially if international, right? So moving on to the next question, how will the business ensure that products or services meet international standards and market demands?
To ensure our advertising materials meet international standards and market demands, we will research regulations and quality requirements in each target market. We'll gather feedback from potential clients to understand their preferences and adjust designs accordingly. Partnering with reliable local suppliers and distributors will help maintain consistent quality, while regular monitoring and updates will ensure our materials will remain effective and competitive internationally.
I see that
Next
you're
question.
you're looking for you're already looking at the how do you say this? The requirements or the rules of the international country. So now the next question is, what market criteria will be used to select your target international customers?
We plan to select international customers based on their long-term presence and stability in the market, since we also have been in the advertising business for how many years already. So we value with working with clients who have a proven track record and consistent demand for advertising materials, because this will help us build reliable long-term partnerships that supports sustainable growth for both sides.
Okay, that was a nice answer. Now, moving on to the next question. How will your future generation be prepared for this international leadership and strategic decision making?
We will prepare the next generation by teaching them our business and involving them in strategic decisions, but we won't limit them to the family business. They'll be encouraged to explore other industries and gain diverse experience to become well rounded international leaders.
So, the saying that teach them young is true, right? So, now moving on to the last question. How will your family values and the preservation of businesses emotional and social capital be maintained in internationalization?
We'll keep our family values and the trust we've built at the heart of everything we do, even as we go international, because family members will stay involved in key decisions, and we'll make sure our relationships with partners and clients are strong and ethical. Expanding abroad won't change who we are, what we want for our company culture, and reputation to stay the same.
And I guess that would wrap up our interview for Miss De La Paz. Thank you for sharing with us your family corporation or your family business. We will be staying tuned to your global corporation, iBest. We'll be watching out for that. So once again, thank you everyone for your time. This is iBest Advertising Corporation, and we hope you learned a little bit of something today. Thank you.